All right, live. Well, basically, we're back again, discussing another Manchester United game. So,
Yeah, getting right into it. Well,
yeah,
they played Crystal Palace. It was an early U.S.
early,
hours game this
yeah,
morning, so we
early
were
kickoff.
up very early. And final score 2-1. So United came out on top, which
Yeah, 3 points up the Reds.
we
So,
love to see that at the very least.
yeah,
But let's really get into
at
the
very least 3 points
yeah.
up three into the top 10, sixth place for now. Yeah, so I guess, do we actually want to discuss the important parts of the game versus just the just the positive?
Well, maybe a couple of positive highlights just to get us started. And then, I mean, we know there were issues throughout the game, so we definitely want to get into that.
For sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're not just looking at the score.
Definitely.
So yeah, let's start with maybe a couple positives. What would be your takeaways?
Yeah,
really?
well, let's go for, I guess, like high-level highlights. You know, Joshua Zirkzee, great finish today. Like, that was a really, like, unbelievable moment of brilliance, which I called yesterday. Yeah, go ahead.
No, his goal was crazy. His back was basically turned to the goal, and he like turned around and kicked the ball towards the goal and hit it on like the far side of the goal, right on the side net, and like went in. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful goal. So I'll put it in some footy terms for you. So he caught the ball on the bounce, volleyed it with the outside of his right foot, and bent the ball away from the keeper into the far post from pretty much parallel with the goal line. So it was pretty ridiculous. It went into the side netting. Just unbelievable finish.
Yeah.
So we knew that it was going to come down to individual moments of brilliance.
Is that what you were saying yesterday?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was insinuating yesterday, is that what we were going to need, because we know the tactics don't work. So Joshua Zirkzee gets the second start of his season, already looks warmed up, already looks back into it, and yeah, that was just an unbelievable finish.
It was.
Came from a set piece, and I will say, both goals coming off of set pieces this week really highlights that there has been some work done in the training ground on set pieces at the very least. So maybe the entire 7 days of preparation were spent on set pieces, and if so, hey, it worked out because it got us the win.
Yeah.
2 goals, 2 set pieces. It's hard to be upset about that. Like, it's
true.
really difficult to. So you can't criticize that. The second set piece was also brilliant. Mason Mount got another goal.
That was a great. I feel like they didn't even replay that.
I know. Well,
I feel like they showed it and then something else started happening, and then they didn't even replay the goal, or I missed it or something.
But
it was great.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
seeing the goal,
really,
and it was really clean.
Facts. Yeah, it was a really good set piece. Another like worked play, another like off the training ground sort of play. Bruno took the touch. Mason Mount came, another assist for Bruno. He snuck that one in there, because obviously we know he plays the game now as far away from the goal as possible, which makes no sense. But
no attacking for Bruno.
But anyway, he snuck an assist in there, so we definitely do love that. But yeah, so we got the 2 goals, we got the 2 set piece goals, which is great. You know, prime Stoke City FC over here. We're doing at least that portion of the game properly, which is scoring the goals, getting the win. So I'm glad that happened, at least for us today. But I think it's time to talk about what I actually watched with my eyes during the entire match, because
let's get into that.
The football is so bad. It is so poor. What is Amorim working on during the week? What could he? Oh
drawing
my gosh!
Fouls.
Yeah, maybe drawing fouls. Yeah, I just cannot comprehend it. The team just looks completely disjointed. 15 minutes into the game, Crystal Palace is finding lines, playing through us, pulling us out of positions, getting in behind our back 3. I mean, Crystal Palace, they played a game on Thursday. They were already tired. They didn't even have all of their starters on the field.
They didn't.
No, they brought on their last.
On.
They started their B team today, brought on starters late game to try and salvage the game. Crystal Palace saved their starters. It's just the fact that they played on Thursday and were able to show up today and for the first 45 minutes of the game, for the entire first half, to be the better team, to play through United, to create more opportunities than United. It's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
And it is 100% down to the way Amorim is setting the team up. You cannot point at anything else, right? We have good players. There are good enough players at Manchester United
Definitely.
right now to challenge for the title. So it isn't the players. They are literally being set up poorly, set up to their weaknesses. Imagine that. You're a manager and you set up your team to play to their weaknesses. Does that make any sense?
Make any sense at all.
It just literally does not make sense.
No.
We've got Bruno Fernandes. I say it week in, week out. Bruno Fernandes, one of the best attacking players in all of Europe, is playing defensive midfield, is playing build-up football instead of getting close to the goal.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes he's wearing handcuffs.
That's
and think
true.
about that. The manager knows what the player's best position is, and yet he is choosing week in and week out to play Bruno Fernandes in a position he is not good at.
I know.
We are literally witnessing what could be a legend of not only Manchester United, but a midfield legend of the Premier League in Bruno Fernandes. And we're watching him, literally his reputation essentially being tarnished by his own manager. It's insane.
By another Portuguese.
I know. How does another Portuguese man not understand the fluidity that comes with the game, the fluidity in the attack, the creativity that's important to have? We have no creativity on our entire pitch. No creativity.
Well, because we were also talking today about the lack of like competition between the team as well. Like,
Yep,
we're
no
seeing
competition.
A lot of players that we were talking about, like Ahmad, for example, would be like super aggressive, super like playing into people and shooting and doing all the things to try and make the game more creative and score goals.
Yeah.
He was scoring crazy goals under Ten Hag.
At least.
And now it's like he is just trying to like draw fouls or pass or go backwards. But like you say, there's nobody to pass to. There's no one else.
So two
Everyone's
big
on an
points in
island.
that I will piggyback on you. With Ahmad, he is spending 90% of his time right now defending. He doesn't have time to attack, to be in the attack, because he's playing a wing back position instead of a winger or an outside forward where he should be playing. That's when he will be creative. And the other part of that is that all of our attacking players, when they get into attacking positions, they are isolated. They are by themselves because of this system, because we are just pinging the ball forward and hoping that Xerxes or someone will get a lucky bounce that we can then run onto. That's all we're playing for. There is no systematicness to that. So what we see is Membo getting the ball by himself, running at a defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders are coming and chasing him down, and we look around him and there's no one there for him.
Yeah.
He's by himself. Why? Because the rest of the team is still jogging and running the 50 to 60 yards to try and catch up with the ball.
Yeah.
Because Lamens has been the one who just pinged the ball forward. I mean, Lamens literally does not play out of the back short, ever. Our goalkeeper pings the ball long every single time. Our center backs are pinging the ball long every single time. We're not even trying to build. And then when we do build, it's the most methodical, put you to sleep football I've ever seen in my life. It's just awful. It's just not Manchester United. That is the key thing, right? It is not Manchester United. If you've supported the club, if you've watched the club for decades, which I have, you know that this is not what it is supposed to look like. Where is our academy players? Where is our youth? Where are they being utilized? The camera flipped to Euro after halftime. Dude's got his hands in his head, almost in tears on the bench. What is this manager doing to our youth players? You've got one of the best defenders in the world almost in tears on the bench just because he gave up a little pen.
I know.
So what? It wasn't the penalty's fault of why we were down in the half. We could have been down 4-0, Amorim. Your tactics were the reason we were down at halftime, not Euro.
Yeah,
he made a single one mistake.
And can we just say about that, we watched it multiple times. We watched all the different angles. Euro tripped. Maybe he touched the back of the guy that was dribbling in. Oh, he clipped a cleat. Okay.
Yeah, but he did trip, to your point. It was accidental.
It wasn't on purpose.
Right.
He wasn't trying to tackle
It wasn't a
him
foul.
at the time.
He didn't get a yellow card. Literally
Yeah.
nothing, because of the fact he was also falling.
Yeah.
Like, yes, like that is not something that you pull a player off and have him in tears on the bench for. Like, what sort of player manager is this? Not to mention, he calls out Dorgu as well in the press before the game.
Did he?
Yes, talking about every time Dorgu touches the ball, you can feel the anxiety. What type of manager talks shit about his own players to the media again? And now I'm #noticing about Amorim. It started with Rashford, now it's Mainoo, then it was Xerxes, now it's Dorgu. I'm starting to notice something, Amorim. Why is it always the guys that look like me? I'm confused. All of the melanated players are his problem. That's a little bit concerning for me.
Yeah.
And those are the ones he feels the most confident calling out in the press. That's BS. That's BS to me, Amorim. I'm noticing.
BS.
I'm noticing. I'm gonna see who you call out next to the press. I'm keeping an eye on it because it's getting ridiculous now. A manager is supposed to protect and represent his players. Protect and represent your players. That's not what he's doing. He's selling them out to dry. That's terrible for Dorgu's confidence. Euro's confidence is now screwed. Mainoo, who is the best youth player in the entire world last year, is getting 3 minutes on the pitch. I mean, I want to throw something at Amorim. I mean, I literally couldn't even meet the guy, to be honest.
And can we just say when Xerxes scored his goal, he turned his back immediately.
I know, no celebration from the manager. I mean, do you even care?
What?
I mean, the guy is literally soulless.
I hate watching him.
Yeah, every time Amorim comes on the screen, I literally want to like spit. Like his name is almost a slur for me at this point. Like, it is becoming that dark. I am so tired of watching Amorim's system, his demeanor, his arrogance, his ignorance, his refusal to change, his poor player management. He is not the man for the job. In Ineos, the only reason Ineos is sticking with him is because they refuse to acknowledge that they were wrong. They refuse to do it. So we've got some stubborn bastards running the club that are literally willing to let our club get run into the ground so that they can avoid admitting that they were wrong publicly. But Ineos, we see it. Sir Jim, we see it. You're wrong. He's not the guy. No youth, no courage, definitely no success.
Definitely not.
It's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
And here we are again, another week. He's had 7 days to prepare for this game.
How is that? I just don't even understand how it's possible that
he
has 7 days.
Did it look like we prepared for 7 days?
No.
No. It did not. The football is so abysmal. I mean, it literally will put you to sleep.
Well, right. It's not exciting to watch.
Nope.
It's not exciting to watch. We don't. It's just like it's hard to tell what is. Well, I guess you said the set pieces, so maybe they worked on that the whole time.
Yes, they definitely worked on set pieces. Thank God. Okay. Yeah, and diving, right? Yeah, but look, we talked about like the Everton case last week, right, where the players slapped each other. Look at the difference of our team's mentality and another team like that, right? Our players are not showing any sort of that feistiness or fight when it comes to the other team. We've got Ahmad jumping on the ground when people bump him. We've got Membo slamming the ball down, getting upset. Why are we not showing that aggression towards the other team? Put that aggression into a shot and actually challenge the keeper. I mean, where is that anger? Where is that fire towards the other opposing team and towards getting things done? Bruno Fernandes is losing his mind, and I can't blame him. He's being played out of position. He's playing with handcuffs on, and then on top of that, the attack is so disjointed that when we do get forward, nothing gets created from it. So we end up crossing, or we end up doing a lackadaisical shot, or we end up going all the way back to Lamens.
Happened multiple times today.
Man, how much more must we suffer under Ruben Amorim?
I don't know, babe.
It is the worst football I have ever witnessed at Manchester United. And not only that, and I just want to once again say this, it's just in case Ineos does happen across this video, Amorim is statistically and literally the worst manager in Manchester United history ever. Statistically, you cannot disprove it.
You
cannot argue against it.
People don't like facts and statistics.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Ineos clearly don't care about that. Clearly don't care about that. And I hate to bring up Nice because I love ODD Nice. But it's another club that Ineos owns. And they are in last place in Europe right now. And they are not doing well in the French league. And we watched Nice play at their stadium in Nice.
We watched
and there were a lot of empty seats at the stadium. A lot of empty seats at the stadium. And the football that they played, hard to watch. It was not an enjoyable game. They also play a 3-back system.
Was very exciting.
Yeah, the fan section of Nice, unbelievable. That's about it though. So what I'm saying is Ineos is not really looking like a proper footballing establishment of an ownership company. They might not know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's high time that we start looking at their case studies. I mean, think about this, guys. Sir Jim is a billionaire. A billionaire. And do you know what in the Manchester United care package he sent this year? Towels. Towels and a phone charger. A billionaire. We are paying hard-earned money to pay a subscription to support this club, to watch these games, to see these things. And the billionaire who's focused only on cost-cutting and selling players sends a towel and chargers to fans worldwide. It is just sad. It is just sad. They are literally dropping the stakes of the club all just for money in typical billionaire fashion. All he cares about is the profit. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll just sell all of our Carrington graduates. We'll just get rid of these people. No, we need to be building a team around the morals of the club. Sir Jim claimed to be a fan when he bought the club. He claimed to be a fan. He can't be a fan. And then think about that. The first thing you do, Mr. Man United fan, Sir Jim, is hire Man City guys to come and work at our club.
What?
And then look what they're doing. Omar Barada. Running our club into the ground, man. Damn. Anyway, you wouldn't think it, but we did get the 3 points today.
Yeah.
United did get the 3 points.
We won.
They are +3. They're in 6th place. We are no better now than we were over a year ago when Amorim took over the club.
Nope.
We are no better now than we were. We are probably worse.
Resurrect Ten Hag.
So, yeah, I honestly, at this point, I would literally take Ten Hag back. I'd take Ten Hag back. I'd take Ollie back. I'd even go as so far to say Jose Mourinho could come back. That is how deep in the trenches Amorim has us. And the fact of the matter is, he has worse winning percentages than every other Man United manager ever, even lower than Ralph Rangnick. Who, yeah, that's before your Man United time. But I'll tell you, he even has a lower win percentage in the Premier League than Ralph Rangnick. We cannot take this guy serious.
Was he the World War II one that they
No. Rangnick was the guy who came in and basically was like, the club needs open heart surgery. He came in after Ollie. Like, he was like, oh, we got to get rid of players. And we tanked under him. We did terrible. But guess what? Never this bad. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, +3. Really happy for Xerxes. Really happy he got his goal and showed that, you know, he is a brilliant player. We know he's in there. Amorim's system doesn't allow him to actually play to any of his strengths. We'd never see Xerxes on the ball or like beating people or running at people at all anymore. Same with most of our players. But at the end of the day, he still got his goal. We got the 3 points. And that's the one positive I have. Yep. We got the 3 points and we worked on set pieces. So my challenge this week, Amorim, let's work on it. Let's work on like the football side. So we got set pieces now. Let's work on the football. Can we build?
Yeah, like an actual formation. Work on
anything. Maybe when Brian gets the ball, can someone be close to him so he has someone to pass to? If Bruno is higher up the field, maybe we try that once. See what happens. Maybe we try and play Xerxes into his feet instead of in the air every single time. Maybe we try and play Ahmad into space so he can run at a defender one-on-one. Those are just some ideas. Play some of our players to their strengths. Right off the top. So any of those things, Amorim, this week, you got a whole week, 7 days to prepare for our next game. So please make it better. Please make it better and easier to watch. 7 days. Let's make that time, utilize it well, Amorim. Please, we need it. So literally. That's all. So those are our
Thanks for
thoughts on Manchester United's 2-1 scraped by victory against Crystal Palace. Thank God for moments of individual brilliance. They saved us once again. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching.
Peace.
Bye. Nice. That was so good.
Dang, Amram out.
I know.